Let's understand the mechanism of PN junction now. The characteristic property that makes PN junction very useful is, firstly, we are using semiconductors in it, so you can control the conductivity. Unlike insulators or conductors which have fixed resistivity or conductivity. Here the conductivity will depend on the dopants that have been added to the semiconductor. And secondly, through a PN junction, current can pass only in one direction. And as we study this topic, we will see that this makes it a very, very useful device. Thousands of circuits can be made on just 5 millimeter square chip. So very useful in that sense too. Now let us see how a PN junction is prepared. We cannot prepare it by just having P-type, N-type and kept in contact. We need a single wafer of silicon and germanium and then diffuse it with the vapors of impurity atoms. So we take single silicon and then half of it is doped with trivalent impurity and half of it with pentavalent impurity. So one becomes P-type, another becomes N-type. So this is a PN junction. P-type, N-type on a single silicon. Neutrality is maintained. On N side we have electrons as majority carrier, holes as minority carriers. On P side we have holes as majority carriers and electron as minority carriers. We have done all that. But even then, P-type as well as N-type, they are electrically neutral. See how? Inside we have negative electrons in majority and holes, they are in minority. And we have seen that in intrinsic semiconductor, holes and electrons are equal in number. All the additional electrons that have come in N-type, they are coming from the dopants, impurity atoms. And all those atoms, after giving one electron, each atom is converted to ion. So we have positive ions, positive holes and equal number of electrons. So it is neutral. And same way P-type. On P-type we have holes, we have electrons. In intrinsic they were equal and extra holes that have come is equal to the number of dopants again. Here they are negative ions because each atom, each dopant has accepted one electron. So number of negative ions equals the number of negative ions plus the number of electrons, that's equal to the number of holes. Okay, so this is the situation, but this is not equilibrium state. On one side we have electrons in majority, on one side we have holes in minority. So what will happen? Electrons will move to the region of lower concentration and same way holes will move to the regions of lower concentration of holes. So holes move towards N side or N electrons move from N to P sides. When electrons are moving to this side, number of electrons on N side will increase, and similarly holes shifting to N side means electrons in the valence band, in bonds, they are shifting to this side. That means that holes are shifting to this side. Now what will happen? Initially it is neutral, but if electrons move to this side, this gets net positive charge, and same way this, if holes shift to this side, this gets negative charge. So at the junction we have positive charge on this side, negative charge on this side, and this is because of the ions present. Ions are not mobile, they are not moving, they are fixed in their positions, but electrons and holes, they have combined. So it means in a region, in a small region at the junction, an electric field is set up from N to P side because of this charge imbalance that has been created because of the diffusion of electrons and holes. So an electric field is set up at the junction due to which there is a potential difference. This region, a small layer that is formed at the junction, we call it depletion layer. And in this depletion means it is depleted of something. So something is missing from here. So majority charge carriers are missing. There are no electrons and holes. They have come here combined with the holes and all that, right? So we are left with only ions in this layer. Depletion layer. The thickness of this is very small. It is of the order of 10 raised to minus 6 meter. So we have depletion layer, we have an electric field because of the ions present here. There is a potential difference, and this is called barrier potential. And the reason we call it barrier potential, now see, once this electric field is set up, electrons of this region are now pushed away from this junction. Electrons experience force opposite. Same way holes. So it means that motion of the electrons to this side or holes to that will stop now. So when a junction is formed, this motion starts. When this field is sufficient to stop this movement, this is equilibrium state. Okay. So now no more motion of electrons and holes. We have a depletion layer, potential barrier, and this region consists of only ions. No majority charge carriers are there in this region. So we have a PN junction, and there is an electric field from N to P side, which prevents the further movement of majority carriers across the junction. Now, what may happen now when this barrier potential is there, electric field is there, only those electrons or holes can cross which have slightly higher energy due to temperature. So it is possible that few electrons or few holes cross this. That will be called diffusion current. Diffusion current is the current that is flowing due to majority carriers. So if the majority carriers, there are some charges available with higher energy, they may be able to cross this. This we call as diffusion current. But this will disturb the equilibrium state now. If one electron is transferred here, there will be a change in the field. What happens, how this is balanced and how equilibrium is maintained at the junction in this depletion layer? It is also, there is another process going on side by side. Electron hole pair creation. Due to again thermal energy, few bonds are broken, electron is produced, hole is produced. Now if this happens, this is happening throughout. But if this happens in this depletion layer, electron hole pair is produced. So what will happen? There is an electric field. So this electron which has been produced, this will be pushed to this side and holes on this side because of the internal electric field. So it means electron, if produced in this will move to this side, hole to this side, and due to this majority carriers, the electrons were moving to this side. So both are in opposite direction. This current, we call it drift current, which is because of electron hole pair produced, electron moving to the N side, holes moving to the P side. This is drift current. In steady state, equilibrium state, drift current equals the diffusion current. Okay. So this is potential versus distance. On N side, the potential is higher, on P side it is lower. This is the depletion layer. Now what happens if we connect a voltage source? That is called biasing. Biasing means connecting a battery across a PN junction. If I connect, there are two ways. Either this is connected to negative and this to positive, or just the opposite. If I connect P side to negative and N side to positive, so this will develop an external field which will be in the same direction as the internal field. This internal field was already pushing the electrons and holes, majority carriers, away in the two regions. When there is additional force, so this width of the depletion layer will increase. The electrons and holes will move further apart from the junction. So width of the depletion layer will increase, this potential here will increase. So in a way, I can say diffusion will decrease now, but drift still continues. So diffusion current will not be there, drift will be there. So only very small current flows across the junction. That is because of these electron hole pair produced, electrons moving to this side, holes moving to P side. What if P is connected to positive and N2 negative, this. So there is a field opposite to the internal. So internal field was pushing the electrons holes away, while the external field pushing them towards the junction. Now the width of the depletion layer will start decreasing, and the moment the external potential exceeds the internal potential, this depletion layer will no longer be there, electrons will be able to cross the junction, holes will be able to cross the junction, actually a current starts flowing in the junction. Motion, this is how electrons are moving to this, so current will be flowing like this. So it means in this situation, when P is connected to negative, no current flows through it, or a very small current, drift current flows through it, but when we have connected P to the positive, current starts flowing through this. This is what I said, that through PN junction current flows only in one direction, which makes it a very useful device. This is the symbol that we use for PN junction. This arrow, this is P side, this is straight line, this is N side, and actually this arrow tells us the direction of current that will flow through the diode. So current don't flow in this direction, current doesn't flow in this direction, it flows only in this direction whenever it is biased. Forward biasing, it is reverse biasing. So current flows through it when it is in forward bias, it doesn't flow through the PN junction when it is in reverse bias.